Sauce 81, Cosmopolyphonic. We started as a podcast in 2009, and back then we knew a lot of producers from MySpace and like internet. And actually before that, I went to Red Bull Music Academy in 2008 and got to know a lot of producers from all over the place. So we put together a lot of music from Japan and overseas to make a podcast show. And we wanted to push like Japanese producers overseas and introduce international producers to Japan. So I started introducing it in English and Japanese. Cosmopolyphonic is run by me, ROP, Title. We're the main guys that do podcasts and parties, and there's also Fujimoto Tetsuro and MFP that makes the mixes and is a big part of us. And there's a lot of friends helping out. I went to the Red Bull Music Academy in 2008. It was in Barcelona, and I was with like Onra, Dorian Concept, Teebs, Taku, Pursuit Grooves, like a lot more. And like we had like lectures from Chuck D, Dennis Coffey, to like there was a lot, but it's been a couple of years, so I don't remember everything. But it was like a mind-blowing project. Like, it was just two weeks, but it's been keeping me motivated, like doing all my musical stuff. The kind of music I produce is from beats, hip hop to house, kind of slow house. I used to make broken beats. I'm personally into beat down, which is like slow house kind of stuff right now. And it's basically something funky with a soulful vibe, but with an electronic touch. There's like so many genres, parties going on in Tokyo that you can hear the same kind of sound the whole night at parties if you go out. But I was into a lot of different kind of music, so I wanted to hear like different stuff like in one party. But there aren't so many parties that do that. Like if it's a house party, it's house. If it's hip hop, it's hip hop. So what we do is like we share different kind of music that everyone brings in, and we don't tell them what to do, like we just share all kinds of music. Well, I'd like to say thank you to 2.5D for having us here today. This is Sauce 81 from Cosmopolyphonic in Tokyo. started as an event in 2005 in Osaka with my wife actually, and we were like doing events there, and then when we moved up to Tokyo, we kind of sort of stopped doing events for a while, and we wanted to do something else. And so I met Brian, and I asked Brian if he wanted to like transform basically the kind of DJ collective and event system into a label, and yeah, Brian was up for it. I mean, Brian had been releasing on Seclusiasis, which is a Philly-based label, right? So yeah, I'd heard, you know, he had a few EPs out whilst I think we were DJing together and stuff. So yeah, I'd heard that stuff and I liked it. And I thought what I really liked about it was that it had its own kind of unique sound and wasn't kind of generic, and like wasn't easily kind of pigeonholed and stuff, and I think that's what really kind of drew me to it. And I was like, oh wait, that's kind of what I want to do with the label anyway, and I think Brian had the same idea, so yeah, we kind of started it from there.
Yeah, I think it was cool with starting the label together at the same time, because it was I was kind of thinking on my own, like I wanted to get into starting a label as well, so it was like perfect timing when Matt like approached me with the idea, like if you want to help transform Diskotopia to more of a label, you know, and focus on releases and things like that.
It's just a sort of different vibe, really. Like,
yeah, it's a pretty different vibe.
Different atmosphere to it. Like, I think, yeah, I guess I'm a big kind of emo softie, so a lot of the music that we put out has got this kind of slightly kind of dreamy sort of quality to it, perhaps, like less kind of like in your face a little bit. I don't know, but not everything, obviously, but you know, like, perhaps that's, yeah. Stuff that we put out on the label is that, you know, a lot of it you can play in a club and it works well in a club, but I think there's a kind of depth to it that you can, you know, listen to it at home. It's like works in kind of any setting really, so there's a lot of kind of different levels and layers to a lot of the stuff I think we do.
Well, I guess the first two releases on the label, well, the first one was Matt in Hong Kong in the 60s did a kind of split EP in a sense.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I kind of collaborated with Hong Kong in the 60s on one track, and then the other three tracks were kind of on my own. But so we sort of put that out as the first thing, and then the second one was Brian's EP, VHS Night, and then following that we were looking for artists to work with, which, you know, had something kind of interesting about them, unique, and like. But again, I think still at that point we had this kind of idea that we couldn't really, you know, express exactly what we wanted to, you know, the kind of vibe, but we found, you found like, who's that? Visionist?
Visionist, who's a producer from London, friend that I actually met in Tokyo, kind of hit me up online and sent me a link to some of his music, and we got in touch, and, you know, I actually met up with him. I was in London last year, so I was able to meet up and chat and stuff, and, you know, we kind of worked out some plans for an EP with him, which is basically just two originals, and called Rock the Flock, which is the A side, and then Survive, the B side, and a couple remixes on there, and after that was Green Lines.
That's right, yeah. Which that's a project of myself and Chris from the band Hong Kong in the 60s. Chris from like Hong Kong in the 60s, and I mean, basically the two of us have been making music together since we were like 10 years old or something, so I don't know, we kind of went back to the kind of music we wanted to make when we were 10 years old, but obviously couldn't because, you know, we were 10 years old and didn't have the equipment and stuff, so yeah, we sort of put that out, and then some other artists like outside of ourselves, Marlin was a good release, I think.
Yeah, Marlin was really good. He actually just hit us up out of the blue kind of with the tune. We're like, yeah, boom, it was cool how that worked too. So we just heard the track, we're like, yep, okay, automatically, that's good, and then just kind of, you know, developed the release a little bit more from there.
But yeah, and hopefully we'll never have to kind of sell out or anything like that.
You know, whatever. I mean, see I'm just kidding.
We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Cut, edit.
Just beep it out. We're like, so we just beep.
I'm about to do that, for real.
What the fuck was that?
I mean, I think like if you really going like right for now, you know, with whatever you're doing, like as an artist or a label, like let's blow up now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Then you're really stepping on, you know, into very kind of trend territory, and you're not going to have such a long shelf life at all. Like things, you know, if you really yeah, this is the now sound. Like, well, if it's the now sound, then like next year it's not going to be the now sound. You know, like it's just going to completely die a sorry death. And like, I think a lot of the labels that both of us respect are labels that have been going for a long time and been doing their own thing, and you know, evolving and like. But there's never any kind of massive sea change with them or anything. You know, they kind of it's a sort of natural sort of evolution with them and stuff. You know? And just yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of the labels that I respect, and so that was the kind of label that, you know, I wanted to do, and Brian had the same feeling. So.
Atenção, atenção. Essa é a música dos B-Boys. B-Boy tem que respeitar. No alto da rocinha, essa é minha comunidade. Sou daqui, pá. B-Boy tem que respeitar. B-Boy tem que respeitar. Atenção, abre a roda que vai começar. E se prepare pra viagem no universo hip hop. Olha a criatividade do B-Boy. Tem mais um pop rock, esse é o mundo B-Boy. Prepare-se pra entrar, criar, pensar, dançar, a mente controlar. Aperte o play, se desligue de tudo que te rodeia. A musical, o beat, meu que corre na veia. A batida, o som, sente no coração. Movimentos executados com perfeição. B-Boy de todos os cantos, vem participar. Essa roda não tem hora pra acabar. Seja bem-vindo ao nosso mundo, esteja pronto pra entrar. B-Boy, que tem que respeitar, tem que respeitar. B-Boy tem que respeitar. B-Boy todo mundo. B-Boy tem que respeitar. B-Boy tem que respeitar. B-Boy tem que respeitar. Vamos lá. B-Boy não é só girar, quando na roda entrar não vai adiantar. Fundamental dançar, grupo de break consciente da Rocinha recomenda. Dance, dance, evolua, aprenda sobre o mundo B-Boy, ter informação, transmitir essa história a outra geração. Atenção, atenção, não se desligue agora, olha a presença feminina na roda. Big girls, big girls, big girls, big girls, vamos chegar, mostra como é que é o jeito feminino de dançar. Fique no foco do fato, feito mais um footwork. Será que essa roda vai durar toda noite? É melhor não apostar, não duvida não. Não se esqueça que estamos em outra dimensão. Aqui no mundo B-Boy me sinto bem melhor. Na roda que gira esse mundo não se sente suor. Seja bem-vindo ao nosso mundo, esteja pronto pra entrar. B-Boy tem que respeitar. O beatbox tá cansado, eu não vou continuar. Valeu! My name is Flavio, my nick's Pé, and this is my place. I born, yeah. And this is my place. My side is Cachopa and Vila Verde, Green Village, Vila Verde, Green Village, Vila Verde. Here, there is Laborio. Laborio.
O único programa de TV de hip hop no Rio de Janeiro.
Chuchuan.
Você tem uns.
Sim,
programa de TV.
Roupa Suja.
saying? Yeah. Check it out. I walk around town with the pound strapped down to my side. No frontin', just in case I gotta smoke some. Round here, heads don't act the age. It might be another dead boy on page. Into the cipher with your lighter. L's are ready, prepare for another all-nighter. But keep a watch for the cops, cause they rock glocks. Coming on the block trying to rock knots. Niggas be acting like they bigger than us niggas from the streets, cause we stalk mad deep in them walk beats. I guess them hold a grudge, cause I won't budge. Playing tough, staring down the judge with my hands cupped. Standing there with my nappy hair and my dirty gear. All a 1 year, now I'm up out of here. Pigs lick me up and down with the front. Is it because I'm down or is it because I'm from Bucktown? Home of the original gun clappers. 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 Got 5 MC that wanna contest. We got your nooses ready, hanging over the trees. Bring on your sounds and get drowned by my massive. Feel your body, boy, and hold your love up for hostage.
Searching for some broken beat vinyls. So follow us and let's see what's up. The song's called The Meat, Be, and the One. Oh no, The Meat and Be the One. It's a Domu remix. Crazy broken beat stuff. Absolutely lovely. I mean, to me, this like I don't say a ritual, but I'm not of course I love vinyl, hence full crate, but you know, there's a lot of much better crate diggers out there. But the fact that you get in the store, you can have a hard copy in your hand, you know, the record on, and listen to it. To me, it beats, you know, the whole digital. And even though I do a lot, I mean, I'll still go to Beatport, iTunes, and all those online Amazon stores, and I'll still search, click, listen, buy it. At the same time, it still has, you know, still has that you know, great vibe coming into. Even though I don't do it that much as I used to. I mean, when I used to play only records, I'll be here like every day of the week, different record store, because you gotta have the new stuff. But now, if I get here once a week, I'm lucky, you know, I'm busy. Basically, I play everything. I mean, I DJ with vinyl, I DJ with CDs, I DJ with MP3s, MP3 I mean, programs, you know. Yeah. Serato. Lately, I kind of made a switch to Serato. If I play abroad, it's always nice. All you gotta do is just bring your laptop, and you're done. Vinyl, it's kind of hard because you gotta keep on buying that new stuff, and I really love playing new stuff. So. It's really hard to do like 3-hour set with only vinyl if you want to play new stuff. So a friend of mine have a party in Rotterdam. It's called Analog, and it's only vinyl. So we just bring crates filled with vinyl and play like all like 90s hip hop stuff till the new stuff, beats, house, deep house, broken beats, you know, nice vibes. So those are the places that I still kind of play records. But it's kind of, I don't want to say it's dying, but it's getting harder to play. Plus, if you go to, you still need to find clubs that want to actually put turntables. In Europe, it's hard. I know in the States, everybody, I mean, a lot of people play Serato, use Serato systems. You go to a club there where they have a Serato system, so you just plug your laptop in and play. But in Europe, like the CD players are more dominant. It's kind of easier for an average DJ who does not have a record history to just burn a CD, put it in and play.
No.
It changed a lot of things, but I'll tell you this. I mean, I used to carry like 3 crates to do a gig, and she was heavy, 2 crates on one. And my friends helping me carry, which is very nostalgic. It has this nice feel to it, of course. But at the same time, it's like killing your back. You know, you're tired. When you're done playing, you're like, oh god, I need to bring everything back home. Now, like 2 weeks ago, I played a gig, and all I brought was a hard drive. So I knew I had to do like a 5-hour set. And plug it in with the new Pioneer 2000s. I mean, you can deny the fact that it's, you know, it's changing. I gotta be real, but at the same time, I mean, to me, I keep it real for myself. I don't need to keep it for anybody else. By still coming to the store and buying records. And a lot of people would say, well, not a lot, but would say like, oh, you know, you gotta keep it real, play vinyl, this and that. I mean, to me, it's all like nearly impossible. If I play every week, to, you know, carry that amount of records. Still every day, every week, I'm still searching for certain records. I'm still trying to get mine. I'm still working on my 90s, and now I'm starting to get into the 80s and the 70s. Whenever I visit different cities, I always call up my friends or, you know, promoters and say like, yo, record stores, let's go. And then, I mean, in the States, I was lucky enough to visit Fat Beats before they closed down in New York, which was crazy. I was like, oh, it's so cheap, oh, it's so cheap. I mean, for me, it was cheap compared to the euros. So, but at the same time, I had to keep in mind that I have to carry that back all the way to Amsterdam. So, you know, I had to keep it small. So I kind of bought like 10, 12 records, not more than that. But going to different cities, hell, like Germany has a nice record collection as well. Old stuff. I can't wait to get like places like Philly and, you know, Detroit and stuff to visit those stores. But then I need like a vacation only just to go record shopping.
Yeah. Can I tell you something?
I graduated film school as a sound designer. Film gives me a lot of inspiration to make music. I love being part of creating film and stuff, so all the Tarantino stuff. Tarantino is crazy. I think I'm looking for more like beat related things. I still need to kind of catch up on my like Wharp stuff and plug research stuff, some Stones Throw stuff. See, Dim Light is ridiculous. I think to me he's one of the most underrated rappers out there. Yo, he has his own sound. Like when I heard what's that song again? Rule or Raw? Like R-O-O? Blew me away. Gas Lab Killer is crazy too. Right here. She's the future. Andrea Triano, amazing. I was fortunate enough to meet up with her here because we did a show in the Paradiso, and then we hang around for like a whole day. And she's one of the nicest person in the business that I talked to. I'm one of the most talented too. I already have this record, but people don't have it, they need to buy this. They got it all, the new beat stuff, dubstep stuff, soul stuff, funky stuff, house stuff, electro stuff. They got it all. I mean, of course, a lot of people order online, but still kind of love to dig. Gotta be here.
I just wanna take you, oh yeah. Some sweet.
This right here, the character? Yeah. So this came from 2 movies that I saw back to back in one day.
Really?
Just on a fluke, I saw them back to back. So it was Time Bandits. You ever seen Time Bandits? Mm-hmm. Super sick movie. It's like really something I watched as a kid, and I watched it again when I was older. Mm-hmm. There's a scene where Sean Connery is in, I think like Rome or something back in the day, and he's fighting this guy with this carcass bullhead helmet thing. And I think back then it was more of like a scare factor thing, like more to look like a demonic creature to scare your opponent.
Yeah.
As opposed to like actual functionality. But so you know, Sean Connery slays this fucking dude and cracks this fucking helmet off of him and brings it back to his town and shows that he killed the fucking dude, right? You know. Mm-hmm. And then later on that day, I watched that movie Gladiator with is that George Clooney or something like that? And there's a scene in there again where there's another like warrior with these weird animal carcass heads like bulls and like buffalo or something crazy like this. Mm-hmm. And I was just sitting there sketching, I think at the time, and I was just kind of fascinated by the identity being hidden by this, what they would consider to be like a horrific creature, you know what I mean?
Right.
That was clearly used to scare away an opponent, but also it just looked creepy. It was like a decaying head and flesh like all dried up and peeling off, just ugly and creepy looking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So actually, this right here was the original Horslington. You can see this. And then it eventually turned into this. But not many people have ever seen this. That's the original.
Karos. Ich bin aus Stuttgart. Philipp wird für die nächsten 3 Wochen mein Zuhause sein. Ich habe die ganze Woche meine Hausarbeiten geschrieben. Der Winter ist fast da. Wo bin ich hingegangen? Was habe ich gesehen? Wo bin ich? Ich liebe dich. Erinnerst du dich? Eine andere Welt. Ich schaue nach einem Platz heute. Ich schaue, wo ich hingehen kann. Nur noch 3 Wochen übrig. Mein Name ist DJ Swoosh. Ich mache Tech House. Mein Name ist DJ Swoosh. Ich mache Tech House. Okay, no. Man kennt mich unter DJ Swoosh. Ich mixe Tech House. Band Franklin Bridge. Wie alt ist die Brücke? Es ist wunderschön. Oh, ich bin der Sugarmouse. Die haben ein Pooltable. Navator.com. Lovecore. Wo warst du? Wo bist du hingegangen? Philadelphia Art Museum. Ich fühle mich wie Rocky. Ich frage mich, was heute da los ist. Wer ist Sexcult? Was ist Sexcult? Oh, es ist dieser Beer Rave. Wer sind diese Leute? Navator.com. One Nation, Underground.
Yo, it's stupid. I'ma kick it like Cupid, shooting arrows. I don't give a shit, cause I ain't Jack Sparrow. I'm dumb. I don't give a shit when I come, cause I don't have no rips. I don't give no bases. I don't give a shit when I flap faces. I don't care if they're black, white, frizz in the faces. I'm gonna saying stupid shit when I'm hazing. Oh my god. I don't give a fuck when I'm going on my rap. Yeah, boom, boom.
Yo, Mike, what the fuck is this?
Tobacco for a minute? Fucking clothes? I ain't talking about clothes either. Like, what's going with that? I'm trying to get those green cigarettes. Can't help you there.
What? Do something. I ain't gonna do nothing because I'm hanging out with my boys with some something. I don't give a shit with the shit that we're saying. We're hanging out straight, fucking playing. My boys kicking beats and this shit. It's a dummy. I don't give a shit. Come on a girl's tummy. I don't give a shit because I got mad game. You can't got blame. Yeah, feel me? Turn it off. I don't give a shit. Burn it off.
But they say it's too late. I've been Just trying to give a shout out to Philly. Fucking represented tonight. Shit was going down. Shit was crazy. Sex Cult in the building. Beer Rave in the building. All the homies in the building. Philly, shut it down. Boom!
We'll be right back. can't think of anything that nobody knows about me. I'm from Alaska.
God damn! But goddamn, I'm from Haiti, man. This is bullshit.
其实给我影响最大的是我上学的时候一个老师，因为我学表演的以前我是演员之前，然后他告诉我那个艺术来源于生活，然后我一直把 B-boy 当做一种艺术来看待，所以我觉得体现的都是自己的生活，他对我的影响挺大的，就直接按照自己的感觉说，因为我在附近玩，我在杭州去那边玩旅游。然后刚好那个杭州到深圳要近一点，比北京，然后就直接去了。对，我一直觉得，可以做到最好的自己，然后才会得到最好的东西。所以我觉得还是付出最好的自己就可以。我的名字叫 Vision， 来自 Mantle Fusion Crew， 我跳舞8年。我来自东北，来自辽宁。我平时生活上玩 BMX。还有滑板，还有书法，平时玩这些。当然肯定会希望2年之后越来越好。然后我觉得中国会发展的很牛逼，很快，因为中国有太多世界上的人了，对，所以说这样的基础会有这样好的一个基础，肯定会发展的越来越好，成为自己的，希望会有那么一天。这个话题。我觉得其实中国的 B-boy 发展的接触的晚，然后对 hip-hop 的文化也不了解，但是我觉得大家都在学习当中，我相信有一天中国的 B-boy 会铺遍世界，可以一起跟大家成为朋友，一起玩，一起跳舞，我也很期待会那样的一天。 新疆的主克拉玛依，今天很高兴在这里，在苏州的火车站、火车东站坐火车去上海，很高兴遇到我美国费城的朋友Bboy，这么多人，祝大家也 peace。
来自上海 Cast Evolution Skillz All-Star Little Moose and Marty Zulu。然后在这里现场是 Freestyle Session China 中国赛区的总决赛。然后我们有幸的在媒体前可以跟大家说几句。那对于我主办很多活动，参与很多活动，我给中国的 Bboy 的意见就是，你们需要去更多的交流。我也建议你们参加更多的比赛，但是一定要好好的去练习你们的 foundation， 然后一定要去给自己一点投资，给自己一点能量，让自己能够接触更多优秀的 Bboy 和优秀的活动。因为你们现在要的不是比赛，而是学习，而是锻炼自己，而是更多的时间去找到自己。所以一切都是为了让自己变得更棒，对吗？千万不要只关心比赛，你还有更多的学习，去到别人的 studio， 去到别人的城市，去到国外存下钱，才会让你自己变得更接近你理想中的那个目标。其他没什么，希望你们能够 have fun，right？have fun，enjoy the break，peace。